Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, I hope you had a really good weekend. Mine was incredibly busy, mostly due to this map you see down below. You see, normally these map reviews take me about 2 to 3 hours to record, some a little less, some a little more. This one I've been pinned down for about 6.5 hours so far, still got to record the narration and still got to render it, and I've only just realised I'm using the wrong theme. Sorry, it's going to have to stay. So anyway, do I deserve a clip round the ear or a slap of the like button? That's right, slapping the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and prevents my ears from getting hurt. Thank you very much for your support. Today's map is Ruoppaköngäs, a vanilla map by Wellington 6012. It's Finnish. Thank you very much for giving me that, Wellington. You are so kind. There's your start square. You really don't deserve to have the right theme used on this map. You really don't. Anyway, there's your start square. Looks pretty good. And your terrain heights look like that. Lots of mountains with build planes in between. Looks very usable. Floodplains as well by the looks of it. And then you've got resources that look bold and definitely usable. Good work again there. Off to the workshop now. We are supposed to be using the realistic version 1.4.5 European theme and the realistic 1.2 LUT. I'll talk more about the theme in a minute so you know what I'm using if you want to recreate. But the realistic European theme is excellent. It says it's a must. Well, it is really, but we haven't got it today because BonBon failed. BonBon forgot that he'd recorded a tutorial using the setup, the theme mixer setup for St. Catherine's Point. So if you want to know the settings that I've got, then you'll need theme mixer, which isn't vanilla, but there we go. And head on over to My Map St. Catherine's Point, grab the theme mixer settings from there, and then you can recreate this. Or you can just go with the European theme as suggested. And honestly, it looks as good. It possibly looks a little bit better with the... I don't know. I like the gravel for the riverbeds, personally. That's a me thing, anyway. Right, first intersection looks like this. Now, we've not seen anywhere buildable just yet, but if we follow this through the switchbacks, up the side of the mountain, up the side of the mountain, switchbacks all the way up there, we get to a plateau at the top, which looks very inviting. Very, very inviting indeed. Lots of build plane up here, looks very slick, and also goes down the side there. So lots of room to build into there. That's a good start there. And we'll follow the switchbacks back down to the highway and see where the highway takes us to next. Over the river, it seems to be dry season in the mountains because the rivers are a little bit low on water. Across here, around this bend here, and over here, back across the river there. And the second intersection is one of these roundabout-y type ones. And if we go up here, we come up to a plateau. And this is the same plateau we were at a minute ago. We're just coming from a different direction. So you can have traffic coming in from both sides. I think that's a very good touch. Very nice work there, of course. Because Wellington 6012, apart from a little bit, if anything's wrong with this entire map, it's a little bit of network stress on the highway right here. And we were down at highway level there. You can see it's perfectly smooth along there. It's just the shading and the colours of the actual texture. So that's what you've got to work with. Anyway, let's move away from the river and head towards the build planes. The middle of the map. Nice. Intersection. Nothing wrong with any of the intersections today. This is Wellington 6012. Come on. You've seen their work. You know their work is quite often full of novelty aspects. I won't go over the old ones because there have been far too many, and you've got to look up their work if you haven't already. Potential start location right here. It's not the start square. And again, it's a street lamp there, but is it clipping? No, it's not clipping. Excellent work. But yes, there is a novelty factor with today's map. In fact, when I first realised what it was, I thought we were having a repeat of a map we reviewed about a year ago by a creator called Challenge. Now, that was a true novelty map. This is your start square intersection. Strictly speaking, the start square is from here and then crossing across the rivers to the roundabout on the opposite side. Nice bridge there as well. Looks like a lack of water. Anyway, we come. Oh look! Speaking of a lack of water, that's weird. Noah, I found your boat. There it is. Yeah. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yes. So, my brain is gone. My brain is gone. Noah, you've completely thrown me. What was I talking about? Anyway, we'll just head on over. The Start Square, yes. So we are in Start Square. We're now kind of almost moving out of Start Square territory, where the asset of the day is going to be tucked away right there. But I'm going to call this the Start Square just for the sake of convenience. Yes, this is the modern low-rise condo by Smilies. This is Smilies basically showing why he's pretty much everybody's favourite creator of the moment. Generic looking building that could be used in almost any scenario, but it's done to the highest of standards. There's enough detail on it to make it interesting. The textures are excellent. We've got little signs on the back, and it's just amazing work. Lovely work, Smilies. Anyway, factoids, because factoids. Oh, is a nice one. The Romans, what have they ever done for us, eh? They used sponges held on sticks, which were dipped into water instead of toilet paper. Now, it doesn't say here whether or not they used to share, or whether they'd have a stick with a sponge each. Whichever way it is, I don't think we'll be moving back to the Roman times just for their toilet sanitation, although they did start things off. Anyway, a modern low-rise condo by Smilies. Today's toilet paper of the day. No, it's the asset of the day. It's too good to be the toilet paper of the day. That is a really nice piece of work. Okay, speaking of nice pieces of work, this map. Now, this map has, as I mentioned already, it has a novelty factor that we will see only after the intermission. I'll head down here, and we've got a bridge over the river there. That's quite tidy as well. Yeah, I was a little bit concerned once I realised what the novelty factor was. And I have no reason to be concerned. Because the thing you can expect from Wellington 6012 is they are on the top of their game. And it's with this map, they are so much on the top of their game. A lovely little build plane over here as well. That's just so nice. So nice, that one. Highways, and then bridge here. We'll have a closer look at this little doubled up section here when we come back along the rail, because I think it looks better from the opposite direction. And then we'll come down alongside. We're just edging along the side of the mountains. It won't be long now before we're in the fog. Now the fog is switched off. Sorry, switched on. The opposite of off. The fog is switched on at the moment. We will be switching it off in the second half of the show, because Wellington 6012 does say it must be left switched on. Well, we are rebels, aren't we? We are so rebellious. We need that fog switched off. But again, we won't be doing that until after the intermission, because we have got a railway line to look at. Here we go, past the train, lovely. Now, the rail, this is more of a fantasy style map than a realistic map, although in any particular space and location it does look realistic. Just the overall of it is fantasy. So where we are about to go down a little bit of a hill, it's not too steep. I mean, you can just spot we're going downhill by the eyeballs, and that's it. I'm going to let that go. I'm okay with this. It's just about, it's beyond realism, but we're not on a realistic map. Now, this is where it gets really nice. This isn't the highlight of today's map, though. I know you're looking at this going, wow, triple deckers. Triple deckers, wow indeed. Wellington has done that to the very top of their ability. I cannot find any fault with that at all. The rail then emerges over here. And then we've got split lines, very tidily done again there. Clean, it's just all clean and smooth and spot on point. Even this double decker bridge here, so clean and tidy. Hopefully a few of you again. Oh, I saw some blue mantle. I saw a hint of blue mantle. Hey, this is what happens when you go back and review a second time over. Oh, now it was just a hint of blue mantle. Do I let that go? I'll have to decide when we get to the end of the show. Nice little loop around on the rail here for the rail to proceed that way. We're going to go off this way because honestly, you've got a pretty good idea about the entire network system, haven't you? I think you've sorted it. We come back afterwards. We will do the, well, yeah, the usual stuff.
Do you have trouble building on steep hills? Do your buildings continually glitch into or out of the ground? Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Building on Steep Hills by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
And when I say keep you awake, what I mean is look at all the exciting stuff in the second half of the show. There is shipping routes going up the dry river. Now, this is definitely worth losing a detailing point over, isn't it? Look at that. That is definitely a detailing issue. Or is it a gameplay issue? Or is it both? Maybe I should lose 2 stars for that. Or should I? Water flow. Looks a little bit light. But we do have this lake in the start square. And this lake has got water spawn points in it, which I'll show you in a moment. So there's probably just about enough water to get you started until you can head off to somewhere where there's a little bit more water. You can see we've got spawn points there, so we won't ever properly, completely dry out. But it is a little bit on the light side. We could do with more water. We really could. Right, so, but don't go now just because there's not enough water. There's other stuff to show you. So again, we are using the wrong theme. So this gravelly base here is just a little bit, yeah, it's not how Wellington 6012 would like you to see their map. And I must switch theme mixer off for tomorrow's review. I really must. I probably would notice it. The thing was, I was so drawn by this map, I just didn't notice. I just did not notice. Okay, the clouds are off. The fog's off. Edge of map fog is now off. Oh, hello. We've got a lighthouse there. We've got. Sorry, it's just gone off the off view. We've got another one over here. Not completely sold on this lighthouse. It looks a bit clippy into the environment, and we had some blue mantle earlier, so I think that's probably enough to lose the 5th star if there were a 5th star for this map. But look around the edge of the map. Look what is going. We've got this canal going down the edge of the map. What are you playing at, Wellington? And what is going on here? I mean, that's where the traffic's coming in and out. Why is that underneath a giant deep? What is going on here? Why have we got a lake? Why have we got all these pillars on the edge of the map there? I don't understand what is going on. Well, I do. But do you understand what is going on? You see, we have got a canal going around the outside and just cut into the edge of the, well, we're looking for these water sources. We've got down here, there you go, huge water source right there, right? And that is going to fill this area up with water. And then it's going to pour into the map from various locations around the edge where it's edged out. Do you think this is a clever idea or what? So anyway, this will fill up down here. Let's see if I can find... There you go. There's a gouge there. So it'll fill up beyond that point. We'll have water pouring in there. We'll have water pouring in here. And down here. But only once it has filled up. Now, this is why today's show has taken so long. Because even with me cheating... and putting down a whole host of extra water spawns so it would fill up quicker, this has taken an inordinate amount of time. We're talking about filling this one up. Now, fortunately for you guys, I have a certain thing called time lapse. So we don't have to sit here and watch it slowly filling. We can watch it rapidly filling. This is where maybe I could have invested in some time later. Anyway, we'll just come over here, have a little look at where it's going to fill. How it's going to fill those up. And we've got lots of river networks going on. It's got to fill up with water. How are we doing over here? We're a long way from filling up here, aren't we? How high are we there? And how high? It's got to fill up to there. Oh my god. Okay then, right. So true time lapse is now in action. Yeah, we have multiple spawn points in play here. I've got so many hidden, you would not believe it. And I was still sat here, I was about 20 minutes just waiting for this to fill up. It's crazy, crazy days. Anyway, we are now almost at the points that we can have a little look at this. There you go, it's one of those gouges and it's starting to break over. This one was the first one to gouge. Now, the thing is, I'm not sure how long it would take in-game years for this to overflow, but it will eventually overflow. But because I put multiple water spawn points down, they may overflow in different orders. We've got a number of them. This one was the first one for me, but it might not be the first one for you if you're just playing with the regular map mechanics. But this has got a really lovely feel to it. I've got to say, this is looking great. We're looking top down at about 17 trillion speed here. Waiting for it all to fill up with water. And it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. So anyway, now, do you remember that shipping route that went up the gravel? I still think that's possibly a little bit too shallow for a shipping route, although I think in-game mechanics will probably allow it to happen. So I'm not going to let that actually take away. I think it looks pretty damned fine. Yes, that water, you get a ship up there just about. But I just think maybe just a slightly deeper there might be a little bit better. Then you've got all the water through the start square here. Now we've got no problem with enough water to build with. This is just an amazing concept, isn't it? Now, I was concerned that the entire map was going to flood, and then you'd only be building on the upper plateaus. But that's not the case at all. We've got water flowing from, well, all the rivers. This water's a bit lumpy bumpy, but again, that's probably because I have got 72,000 water spawn points on the edge of the map, and we've got too much water pouring down all at once. Possibly. It's hard to know exactly. I just didn't have several weeks to wait for this to fill up in real time. That just was not going to happen. But anyway, what do you think of this map, and what do you think of the concept? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. What do I think? I think it's glorious, even with the wrong theme. But then I'm slightly biased towards this theme combo. I just love this theme combo. Aesthetically, I really like this. I really do like this. Now, I've gone back and I've looked at the map with the realistic theme post recording, and I can't quite give it a 5th star. I think it's probably about as good as it's going to get with vanilla. I'm giving it a super high 4. Detailing. There's a hint of blue mantle, and there was that slightly glitchy lighthouse. Do you know what? I'm still going with 5 stars. I don't think there's anything more that you could really do. That's been a bit too picky otherwise, I think. Gameplay potential. So much potential. Regardless of whether it's a gimmicky map. The stuff that you can do on this map is absolutely amazing. It's got to get 5 stars from me for gameplay. So there we are. Ruoppaköngäs gets the BonBonB seal of approval. Ruoppaköngäs Rapids vanilla map. Oh, Wellington 6012 gets a BonBonB seal of approval. Ah, wows. Wows. Just wows, mate. I don't know what more to say other than wows. We'll have another map tomorrow. It won't be quite the same as that one. I don't know if it'd be better. Probably not. But it's definitely going to be worth checking out because it's a request map. And you know how good the request maps quite often are? Oh yeah, we'll have one of those. And there'll be a flowscape later on tonight, so don't miss that. We'll be giving away another free copy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon.